Listen to this, you guys. Life insurance is the world's safest industry. There's an account that yields 5 to 6 times more than long-term CDs, has guaranteed returns in most cases, does not have to be reported to the IRS, can be accessed by any time without penalty, lets you retire 100% income tax-free, and yet almost no one knows how wonderful these plans are because the government places tight restrictions on the advertising of these accounts, even though they are 100% legal. Why are they secret? I'll tell you in a moment. Who uses these accounts? Well, let's talk about it. President Kennedy, most of the other presidents, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, when he died, had $562,000 of cash value. In his cash value life insurance, that's equivalent to $7 million of cash value. Bankers, Wall Streeters, Fortune 1000 executives, yet 51% of the people who manage equity funds on Wall Street have zero stake in their funds, and they own enormous amounts of cash value life insurance. Bankers take this money that they pay you on your savings, and they make 37 times more on your money and they get to keep it. Life insurance is easily accessible. It is liquid. 4,000 banks own $140 billion of cash value because they put their money in a place where it is dead bang safe, where it is accessible, where it accumulates without current taxation.
So I'm going to answer your questions before you ask them, because I've seen in a lot of people's videos, there's a lot of comments, and most of them are recurring questions. So question number 1, why don't you tell me what this is? Why are you leaving a cliffhanger? So this is an Indexed Universal Life policy or a whole life policy. Where can we get it? You can get it through a company called Mutual of Omaha, Fidelity and Guarantee, North American. It varies, but we go through A+ rated life insurance companies. I myself am licensed with almost 100 companies, so we can get you the best rates, the best coverage, and even if your health is bad, we can get you covered. And another question, if it's so good, how come everyone doesn't have it?
The government places tight controls and restrictions on the advertising on these accounts because they can't make a dime off of them. If we sold cash value life insurance to everybody in America, there would be no tax revenue for these guys to screw up.
Another question is, why is it tax-free? Because of a thing called non-recognition loans. And I know you're going to say loans. Why in the world would I loan my own money to myself? This is why. Would you rather have 22, 32, 37% taxes like there are now? Or would you rather loan against your value at 2, 3, 4%? You can either pay 4% interest to get your money out, or you can pay 22, 32, 37% taxes. And the biggest comment I saw was, how come he said most of the time? Because whole life has a fixed rate of return. 3% most of the time with 2% dividends. That's a total of 5%. Most of the time it's guaranteed. So some companies have paid out 99 years out of 100. Some have paid 100 years out of 100. What we're talking about, the other 1/3, is Indexed Universal Life. Indexed Universal Life has a floor and has a cap. Just like bouncing a ball in a house. If you throw a ball down, it hits the floor. That's 0. Market goes down 20%, you get 0%. But if it bounces up, there's a ceiling. You can't go past the ceiling. So if you gain 20% and your cap is 18%, you get 18%, the other 2%, the insurance company keeps. No big deal. Yeah, you didn't capture all the gains, but the loss is where you make your money. In 2007, if you lost 38%, it took 64% for you to break even. 64% gain to get back where you were. So from 2001 to 2014, if you were in the S&P 500, it took you 14 years to get back to where you were. And finally, where can you get this policy? If you go to my page, you can book an appointment, you can email me, you can give me a phone call, you can shoot me a text, or you can go to my website and book an appointment. I'm licensed all over the country. We don't do New York, mostly because New York's laws won't allow you to do this. So reach out and see what I can do for you.
And who uses these accounts? Well, my favorite place on the planet, Walt Disney. There's no Disneyland without the cash value of his life insurance policy. J.C. Penney borrowed $3 million from his life insurance policy in the Great Depression, turned it into a $3 billion company because he had the money when he needed it the most. Ray Kroc, McDonald's. The Rothschild family, Doris Christopher from Pampered Chef, the Rockefeller family. 68% of these banks have more money in permanent life insurance than they have invested in skyscrapers, IT networks, and bank branches.